Alright then folks, this is literally just dropped through my door. It's Patrick Todoroff's Insurgent Earth. New set of rules. Style and cooperative tabletop game, so I thought I'd quickly run through it. So it's a tabletop war game in which players take the role of survivors in the chaotic days following a massive invasion of Earth by an advanced alien civilization. So you're not anything special, you're just normal people. Some of you may have military training, some might be veterans, but no one has superpowers or genius level IQ. Salvage enough weapons, maybe you'll salvage enough weapons and materials to stop the aliens sweep and seize operations in your town. Maybe they'll learn a few things and take down one of the invaders' supply ships, or liberate prisoners from one of the camps in newly designated occupied zones. How this plays out, your fight is going to take blood, sweat, tears, and a lot of luck. If that sounds interesting, read on. So, what is Insurgent Earth? Insurgent Earth is a tabletop miniatures war game set on a post-alien invasion Earth, where determined survivors fight to survive, thrive, and ultimately overcome the alien occupation. Low model count, so 1 to 2 models, so no teams like in Zona Alpha or anything like that. You're on either 1 or 2 miniatures. For 28mm, you can play it in other scales, but it's designed for 28mm. Same core rules as Exploit Zero and Night Watch. I've got both of those. If you're playing with multiple players, you work together against the enemy forces, which operate according to the game mechanics. You need the usual ingredients: tabletop miniature figures for human survivors and alien invaders, a game mat and terrain for your preferred location and time period. Tape measure, some dice, so D6, D8, D10s from what I read. And then you can scale it up. So if you're going to use a 3x3 game mat when deploying 3 to 5 resistant characters, 4x4 for 6 to 8, 4x6 for large teams with a maximum of 9 or 10 fighters. You can also use vehicles in this, but only really sparingly. If you think about it, that's the first thing that would be targeted by the aliens. There's 10 sections. Starting with a brief overview, and then going all the way to how the AI works as you go along, and there's a tutorial map missions as well. So, like it says here, the resistance. Players take the role of members of an informal resistance movement. People are a step up from terrified civilians, not exactly action heroes either. Each player will control 1 or possibly 2 characters, work with their friends to form a resistance cell. With plan and luck, you'll cooperate, fight the invaders, gain experience and equipment, and live to see the day your planet is liberated. And the aliens work on a caste system, so there's different levels. So character class, you've got ability, skills and action dice. Soldier or civilian, you're cool. So you've got different common abilities, different skills, weapons and armor, equipment, and you run with action dice. Something called a 2 dice bonus to your skill, and you've got luck. You get 1 luck point. Luck points allow a player to reroll an equal number of dice rolls per game. The player must abide by the result of the second roll. Luck is renewed each game and ultimately increases with experience. So you'll need a pencil, the WYSIWYG IDM rule. Important details matter. So your model should have the weapons and armor stated on the character sheet. Doesn't matter if it's Kevlar or ceramic inserts, you're not going to be able to model that. Important details matter though. If you're sat outside of a heavy weapon, make sure it has one. Up armoured alien, find one that looks like it's actually wearing extra protection. The intention is to help the player identify their models and capabilities quickly, eliminate confusion and smooth gameplay. Don't use it like a straitjacket though, obviously. Then you got your abilities and skill lists, different pack rat, focused, optimus, lucky, athletic, and tactical skills, technical skills, and then your weapons. So you've got your give and take with these sort of things. So for example, unarmed, you put Y, melee only. Defenders add 1 to their dodge defend rolls, an extra knife hand or a brawler. So then that skill transfers across. Melee non-ranged weapons. Damage can be improved with technology upgrades. Silent. Attacking does not automatically trigger combat. So as you can see, doesn't take up any slots. Pistols, SMGs and shotguns. Start getting to weapons there. Damage can be moved with technology upgrades. No penalty when used in melee combat. Takes up 2 slots. Crossbows, rifles take up 3 slots. Support weapons. Spray weapon templates, flamethrower, chemical sprayer. Flamethrower would be good fun, I assume, until you get targeted. Grenades and grenade launchers and rocket propelled grenades. And certain weapons have a limit of 5 rounds of ammo. Once they're exhausted, you can't use them again. So your grenade launchers have got 5 rounds. Yeah, sprayers have got 5 rounds, etc. And you've got your notations, range values, blast weapons, burn penalties, etc. And about your hand grenades. And in and out, you've got these little occupation diaries as well. Smoke grenades, weapons, accessories, and what they do, standard stuff, body armor and what it does, and your dodge defend rolls, and your equipment like your med kits, your multi-tools, noise makers, grape ape candy, a dose of crystal meth with artificial grape flavour. Grants +2 to movement rolls and +2 inches to movement distance for 1 full turn. Penalty -2 to interact and range attacks for the same turn. To make you a bit faster, but a bit crapper at shooting. Hot load ammo, signal jammers. And we got onto the alien forces, so they can be anything from little green memory sources and probes, shiny skeletal robots, ravenous insectoid swarms, cold-blooded reptilian hordes, shockingly human-looking visitors, which is probably the way I'm going to go. Your invasion, your aliens. The who's, whens, and whys are up to you. What matters is they're here and they're not friendly. You've got alien traits and xenotech. Need a variety of troops and 1 overlord. So you got your caste and your quality die in a certain earth. The alien military is rigidly hierarchical, yeah. Organised into 3 distinct tiers or castes that range from low-level grunts up to dangerous elite guards. Castes are grunt, lion, and elite. Each one uses a different die type: a D6, a D8, or a D10 when activated. Of course, over the course of the game, alien occupation units will roll a die type associated with their caste, termed their quality die, when attempting in-game actions and reactions. So your grunt is obviously conscripts, worker drones, combat droids, swarm troops and the like. And you got your lion caste, standard troopers. Elite class is your shock troopers, royal guards and veterans, special operators. And then you've got some specialists as well, a distinct subclass of soldiers. These are the unit commanders, individual champions, monstrosities, alpha types. And you get your movement rate. And so now 6 inch per move reaction. This goes for both human and resistance fighters and alien invaders, so it's not too bad. Alien occupation for forces in certain Earth are far more abstracted than the player character. Rather than action dice pool of 3 dice, occupation forces use their quality die type when moving, performing actions like moving, shooting, defending, or engaging in melee. This can homogenise each of the alien troop castes and turn the higher level enemies into glass cannons. Been an open miniature solo and cooperative game. The abstraction keeps the dice rolling with combat resolution flowing. Minimal confusion and interruption. Then you've got everything you need to know. Alien traits, stuff like savage, terrifying, tiny, armoured, agile. Your xeno technology, jump jets, heat ray, mind blast, pets, spray weapons, teleportation. And then you've got your occupation summary. Divide alien invasion force by caste, assigning each type its quality dice. Remember that specialists can be either D8 or D10 quality and have 1 or 2 alien traits respectively. An alien overlord is a character level opponent with D6, D8 and D10 action dice pool. 2 alien traits and 1 piece of advanced xenotech. So pretty tanky then. Rules of engagement. So your dice mechanics, actions and success, your diminishing possibilities, 2 dice bonus. Then your actions. Everything from aim to attack, concentrate fire, dodge, interact, move, overwatch, reload, special skill check, throw a grenade or weapon, use, and then your movement, climbing, etc. So maximum scale of tool vertical surface is a rate of 50% or 3 inch per move action. So remember we've got a 6 inch move, so you can go 3 inches per move action. And about terrain, hard cover, soft cover, obstruction, light cover and heavy cover. And then how that affects your dice rolls. Combat, mass melee, which you don't want to be involved in. Wounds, vehicles. And you've got technical, Humvee, rules of engagement summary, which is handy, page 39. Command and control of occupation forces. The AI for the AI. The biggest challenge in a solo cooperative game is running the opposition force. Dice add a randomizing factor, so no action is ever guaranteed to succeed, but you can't surprise yourself. The players sit in both commanders' chairs with every modern unit visible. Trying to sidestep flowcharts or dice roll tables doesn't potentially if-then actions and reactions. Insurgent Earth's AI for the AI, artificial intelligence for the alien invaders, is built on 3 elements: rules of engagement, combat roles, and then deliberate restrictions to the alien occupation force's awareness and actions on the tabletop until visual contact is made or combat is initiated by the resistance players. You've got to play them smart, so they're aggressive and intelligent. They work cohesively. They target in priority as well, so just because one of the characters is your favourite character when you're taking the turn of the AI, even if they are your favourite character, you can't cheat yourself. Then we've got bat patrols, how they operate. So for example, sentry, 2 per guarded location, so it's 2 aliens, pre-deployed per scenario specifics. Defend and eliminate threats to their posts, remain within 1 move action of their posts, and they utilise cover. So you can take out sentries, etc. And then it goes on from there. Let's move it along a bit. So it tells you about the terrain. AI for the AI summary. So you've got rules of engagement, combat roles, ratchet the tension. Detection is an alien occupation unit's first order of business. Detection range is 18 inches. Detection rolls are modified by suspicious activity, so they're always on the lookout. Total battlefield awareness is not triggered until the first resistance fighter is spotted by an AO unit or an AO unit is attacked. Once it happens, detection stops and invader units can attack at will. And surveillance over flights. And your occupied zones. Salvage, points of interest, like you have in Zona Alpha. Oh, cat's crying. Hello, mate. 2 seconds. What's up? And then you got about mission preparation, mission objectives, shopping trip, locating other survivors, alien sabotage an alien structure, kill up to 2 alien occupation units, repair resistance infrastructure, retrieve intelligence. The longer you got to a certain point where you want to start playing a longer game, where you move on from being neighborhood watch but with guns, multi-mission campaigns. And you got War Farm, Grape Ape, Berserk, Coffee Flavoured Rage, and Clarity, Mint Fraser Lucidity, Advanced Equipment, MVGs. So these are scenario specific pieces of gear, some of these. So MVGs is scenario specific, low variant vest, computer assisted targeting, heavy weapons reload, suppressor scope, reflex sight. So you want to find stuff as you go, same as in Zona Alpha. got about working with other people. So in general, the Global Resistance Network doesn't contact your local cell until you have at least 5 missions under your belt. You've got to prove yourself after all. Of course, your campaign narrative may vary. Your invasion, your call. Spend a few missions to accumulate supplies and decent gear for themselves before introducing this element into their game. So the GRN will ask for certain things, and then I'll offer you stuff in exchange. Section 7 summary. Insurgent Earth works for one-shot pickup games or in a longer campaign mode. Sorry, I'm in a conservatory and it's raining. Sorry about the background. Campaign games tend to work best with a definite end goal and structured narrative, either a 3 or 5 act arc. So you list all your local group on your cell roster, select and deploy those best suited for the mission. You need a minimum daily requirement of food rations for everyone. Components and materials scrounged from points of interest sites can be converted to useful items at a ratio of 2 to 1. 2 components to 1 item. Certain character skills can make fabrication more efficient. Common equipment, weapon accessories, war farm, and certain munitions can be fabricated from salvage components. Other items like advanced equipment and scarce weapons are either recovered from objectives or acquired from the GRN. Scavenged xenotechnology can upgrade weapons damage and be used to make certain advanced items. Experience points are pulled for the entire team and spent as the player decides. The ration of XP to advances is 5 to 1. The Global Resistance Network has access to cool gear, but there's always a cost. Finally, get a dog. And there's a canine companion option here, which I think is cool. I may have to play as I may create a single character and a canine. We've got some skills. Charge a maul, small target, bring and fetch, scratch and sniff, can detect nearby threats. Canine is associated with one specific human model, soldier or civilian. Their own transfer actions, orders to the dog similar to the command skill. So it implies owner and dog. Owner cannot command any other ally, and no other anyone can give the dog commands. And then you've got some ops. Submission, shopping trip, sabotage, points of interest there. Body count, rescue, beans and black boxes. And then you've got parting words. I won't read all of this. I'll just read the top part because I think it's quite pertinent. As mentioned in the opening pages, this alien invasion game has roots in the usual suspects: War of the Worlds, XCOM computer games, films like Battle Los Angeles, Edge of Tomorrow and Tomorrow War. However, it wasn't until I saw the movie Captive State that the penny dropped, the light went on. I imagine players not as soldiers, but more as partisans in occupied territory. Got a concept that synced nicely with my preference for low model count, narrative skirmish games. And here we are. And that's from Patrick Todoroff, June 2022. And then you've got your resources at the back. Your pre-made characters, alien overlord examples to help get your flavour for alien overlords. Salvage tables, salvaged gear. And your POI cards, which I'll just number and roll a dice for. And then your pages for your own stuff. And then lastly, all the other books he's got out, which I've got the majority of. And then on the back, the war for our planet is over. We lost. You watched their ships burn our skies, saw their war machines stride down our streets, stared in horror as our cities were devastated and strange structures grew out of the rubble. For the last few weeks, you've run from their patrols, scrounged through empty houses, slept in cars, and managed to stay out of the relocation camps. But you're sick of hiding and living on scraps. It's time to fight back. Bosh. Love it. I'll have to get some models going for these. I've done some bases already. Yeah, that's a little review through there. And I'll catch everyone next time.